Hello. This is 40 days until my series gets released, episode 1 of the series. And it's been 5 days since my last video, and I hadn't really done much other than today. Today I did a lot, but other than today, the last 4 days I did nothing, which is not good because I gotta hit the deadline that I set for myself, July 2nd. But I finally finished a frame of my series. It is the first frame, which is 40 days until I gotta publish it, but I only have one frame done. Doesn't sound good. Sounds like I am not gonna complete it, and I'm probably not. I'm not gonna finish the entire series by the release date, I don't think. Also, it is incredibly cold here. That's why I'm wearing 2 hats, or a hat and a hoodie. That sounds like a cool title, hat and a hoodie. But yeah, the frame I have is like a background, so it took a while to make, and I'm probably going to be reusing it a lot. So it's gonna be used for the first probably minute of the majority of the episodes. It's like the starting place. It's the main character's bedroom. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, snap back to reality. This is stupid. Anyway, yeah, I look at it as a super frame. I made the frame, but it's not just any old frame. It's the background that I will be using. Out of the 195 minutes, probably at least 10 minutes of it. So it's going to be reused a lot. And then the foreground isn't going to take that long to make now that I already had the background, right? So in reality, I made probably at least a minute, or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to put I might put 0.1 out of 195 minutes because I think the first frame should account for some progress in the description. But yeah, I realize I say "but yeah" a lot when I record these. I think in the edit I cut it out most of the time because it's I just go "but yeah," and then I don't talk for a minute, and then I cut out all that, and then I start back up with the next sentence. So I cut out all my "but yeahs" normally, but I'm probably not gonna cut out that "but yeah" because it's integral to the story that I'm telling. Anyway, I am about to... I don't like the word work. It feels too... I feel like work is a negative word. You're oh, I have to work. It's not I don't want to do it. I would love to do it. I love doing it. I just get distracted by my phone or something, or I wake up too late and then I'm not, just scratch that. Basically what I'm saying is once I wake up late, I'm pretty busy for the rest of the day. And then in my free time, I end up scrolling or something, and I just don't get to it. But hopefully, as of now, I will start, or as of tomorrow morning, I'll wake up early. I'll go straight into it. Not working, because I don't like that word, but I'll instead, I don't know, happily work on my passion project, my self-made solo project of pencil animation, or whatever you call it. I don't know what you would call it, because it's not it's not like the classic pencil animation. Not you sketch out every frame through a pencil. But instead it's I'm sketching out things and then I'm collaging them together in a photo editor, and then that's the frame. And then maybe keyframing a person to move across, and that's the animation. I don't know, it's very interesting. I've not seen anything like it, but I know it's probably out there because people have been creative for hundreds of years. There's someone who's done something similar 100%. But I personally, there's probably something I've seen in my life that's similar, but I can't think of it. Also, I'm not into watching much animation. Someone commented asking what my inspiration is for animations, but I don't really have any. I'm more of I watch which is kind of interesting because it's the complete opposite of the thing I'm creating. Well, kind of. I want the show that I'm creating to be calm, but the stuff I watch is thriller show and movies. So it's a bit different of the stuff I watch versus what I'm making. I guess, I don't know. I would like it to become more thrilling later on, but I feel that takes a lot more skill. And I also feel the story is calling for it to be more calm at the beginning. It needs to be a calm story based on, the first episode. It's a bit more reflective, if you will, self-reflecting, as the title of the series is called, Reflective. Kind of makes sense. I just got a double meaning of the title. I didn't even mean to do it. But it's like a prequel to my actual story I want to make, which it's kind of like they're reflecting. No way! I didn't even realize that. I'm gonna say I did that intentionally. I'm not gonna say that. But that's a good double meaning. I like that. And I love when things connect like that, especially I have that recorded. Okay, I was like iffy on the title. Now I'm 100% on the title. There's no way, because that's just like, it's reflective because it's like reflecting in the series. I'm not gonna get too into detail about it, but the main character is reflecting in the series on something that happened in his past. And he's also reflecting on himself, on how he acts, how he treats people. That was the double meaning. There was two meanings already. But now I'm thinking about it, it's kind of like the story is reflecting onto the past. And this is the reflecting. Because the main story that I want to create way in the future, that I had all the plans for, called Once Before, that story isn't created yet. But that's like the original story, and this is kind of like the prequel, even though it's the first story that I'm creating. I am creating it after I've kind of already had the idea for all of this, the episodes of the other series, the main series. So this is like the prequel, which is kind of like reflecting. You get it? That's so cool. I didn't even mean to do that. Wow. So now there's triple meaning. That's lovely. I love that. I love when things just connect. The hair on my neck. Nose. I love when things connect like that, where it's just like, you didn't know that you made something great, and it just like connects. Or when you have like two stories, two things, and you're like, oh no, they're so bad. They can't coincide. It's like their plots clash with each other. And then you think, oh, third thing. This is my nose. My nose is the third thing. And then it's like, boop. And then it just ties it all together like a nose knot. Love me a good nose knot. That's a weird saying. I feel like I'm going to continue to say nose knot from now on. That's a good phrase. That's an inside joke of the channel now. Nose knot. The definition of nose knot is when you have two things that you thought clash with each other and you could only pick one for the story, but then you think of a third thing, which is the nose knot that ties both of the things together. I just created something. That's great. Let's hope nose knot isn't some... Hold on, I'm gonna look up nose knot. Hope it's not something gross. First walking of the channel. That's crazy. Hold on. I've never not sat down on the channel. This is new. Nose knot. Oops, I spelled not wrong. I spelled it as note. It is not note. It is not. It not is not not. It is not note. It is not. I wanted to say note. No, I didn't want to say no. I want to say not note. What is a nose knot? The term nose knot can refer to a few different things depending on the context. Nasal polyps are soft, non-cancerous growths that develop in the lining of the nasal passages or sinuses. In more literal sense, a nose knot could refer to a growth or bump inside the nose, potentially a nasal... That's it, the same thing, a nasal polyp. That was a different definition for the same thing. A dorsal hump. This refers to a bump on the bridge of the nose. This, often caused by excess bone or cartilage. I don't know if that's that, but it might be. Treatment can be addressed through surgical rhinoplasty. It is that. Because that's all I heard of this is people don't like it. And they're like, I want to get rid of it, which is kind of sad. But the main thing you're known for is people wanting to get rid of you. Poor little dorsal hump. Oh my god! Yo! Why are you telling me how to make a noose? What? Oh, noose knot. That's crazy.
Okay. Typical use: animal snares, knitting, hanging device. Wow. I love just scrolling the internet and seeing random things. Like, there's so much. I got a notification and it completely just killed the recording. I think what I was saying was that I love just surfing the internet and seeing like random things that appear. You know, you go from one thing to another. Like, I was looking up nose knot and then all of a sudden I got to noose knot. But yeah, it's going to be the end of the video, but also the start of 40 days until the series premiere, which means I gotta wake up super early and then work on my passion project of a solo project pencil animation collage series. Okay. I never know how to end this. So awkward.